larger than life. It is called Texas high school football. Only one show can bring the greatest sport from the greatest state into focus. Lone Star Gridiron.
Here today with Kevin Salazer of your Goliad Tigers. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now we're reaching the time of year. We've got graduation pretty much right now. Have you bunch of your sports that have just wrapped up? Some that are wrapping up right now. You've seen your kids in the weight room. You've seen them out playing in other sports. How are things going in the spring, Goliad?
Man, they're going real well. Our kids are like any small school, they're involved in everything. They play everything, and we need them to do that to be successful. But yeah, they've gone well. Our kids have got after it in the weight room. We started playing a little 7-on-7 over at Cuero here this month in May, and we had a state champion in track and field in the discus, and we just have kids everywhere all spring, so it's kept us busy.
All right. So kind of walk us through your team for the fall. Who you're graduating, and who might step into those roles, who's going to be back, who might play a little different role on the field this fall.
Yes, sir. A few are our kids that are graduating. Going to be our quarterback, JP Reyes. He's going to be moving on. He's going to be going over to Southwestern and playing at Southwestern, and then we're I think another piece that we're kind of losing is we're graduating 4 out of our 5 linemen with Colton Duvall, Laverius Gage, Ryan Herrera, and Ryder Reyes. So that's one thing that's been kind of our focus this spring is we've got a lot of depth and a lot of young guys that are ready to fill in those roles, but it all starts up front. We've got to be able to block it up front. We've got to be able to give our quarterback time. So a major part of what we spend a lot of time on focusing is getting our linemen right. So some guys I think that are going to come in and step up. We've got Caden Gonzalez. He'll be back. He'll be a 3-year starter next year. He's the only returning lineman we got. But some guys that got a little bit of time this past year in different games were going to be kids like Amani Washington. He'll be a junior for us. Noah Guerra will be a senior, and then we'll have a sophomore, DeAdrian Anderson, who will step up, and he's a monster. He's about 6'3", about 295. So he's going to give us a good aspect of we've got some guys there to fill those lineman roles. It's just going to have to be getting them reps, and it's going to be a preseason that these guys are going to have to be learning. And some guys obviously we're looking at quarterback. We got 4 guys fighting for a quarterback spot right now. Our backup last year was Finn Wallach. He'll be a senior next year. And then we've got our free safety, who was an all-state free safety, honorable mention, Kobe Rosenquist. He's battling for the position as well. And then we've got a kind of a kid that can do kind of multiple different things. Is going to be Donovan Perry. He was the newcomer of the year in our district. He's going to be a sophomore. Wouldn't be surprised if at times we lined him up in the backfield at the quarterback spot, and did some different things with him. Kind of move him around, inside slot receiver, possibly running back, quarterback. So kind of a do-it-all type athlete. And then we've got a young guy who's fighting for the spot right now. Is going to be a sophomore. He's a kid that he's got just good speed, throws the ball well. Actually ran at the state track meet as a freshman in the 300 hurdles, ran 39.5 this year. So he's the competitor. Is going to be Cord Zamzo, will be another one fighting for that spot. So as far as our outside skill positions and stuff, we are returning 26 total varsity players this year. So we've gone 26 back-to-back years, which has been good because we've got some good depth, and some good numbers coming back. But offensively, those are some of the areas that we're kind of keying in on is offensive line and quarterback position.
All right. So kind of walk us through your district, who your competition is, and what you expect to see from them on the field this fall.
Yeah, so we're in a district with Edna, Industrial, London, Aransas Pass, Mathis, and Palacios. So Edna was a state semifinalist team last year. They lost to Franklin. Coach Mitchell, they've done a great job over there. They've got athletes, they've got size. I know that's within our district, that's a team that they've been at the top. So there's somebody that if you're gonna make a run, you're gonna have to get through those guys, and they've got a lot of skill guys coming back, and a lot of depth. Industrial, the past five years or so, Industrial's put themselves on the map. With Coach Dixon was there, and now Coach Narn has taken over, and those guys just have they've been successful year in and year out. Their kids play hard, they get after it. That's another team. They were 3 rounds deep last year. So, 2 teams within our district were in the 3rd and 5th round. Those are 2 teams that are in our district that, right now, to me, they've been sitting at the top. And if you're going to make a push within our district, you got to do something against those guys. Palacios is going to graduate, Anthony White. Anthony White was a problem back there at quarterback, but he is graduating. But I know Coach Graves and them, their JV was pretty solid. So, we're anticipating Palacios, and then Coach Moreno and London. London's been a good team. They knocked us out of the playoffs 2 years ago, and then they made a run this year and got to the 2nd round area finalists. So they've got a good set of athletes and guys over there at Corpus Christi, London, and then you got Mathis and Aransas Pass. They've kind of been towards the bottom of our district, but their kids play hard, they get after it, and I know what Coach Taylor and Coach Stevens have done over there in building their programs. I've seen their junior highs and their freshman groups coming up, and they're going to be pretty good. So our district is definitely a test. It tests you and gets you ready for postseason action.
All right. You've been around high school athletics here for a couple of years. What would you say the biggest challenge facing high school athletics in Texas right now is?
I think probably the biggest challenge now is we've done a good job here, I feel like, but is keeping our kids together, working out together, playing 7-on-7 together, lineman challenge stuff together. And a lot of the reason we push a lot of that stuff is because there's all these a lot of leagues and select teams and select 7-on-7 groups, and those are great for kids to go out and do. But in the fall, not all those guys are on the same team. It's guys from all different high schools and different places that are playing these select showcases and stuff. And the guys that are going to play in the fall are the guys you need doing stuff together. You need them guys in the weight room together. You need them guys in the summer doing stuff together. Like I said, doing lineman challenges or 7-on-7. They've got to do it together, because that's where that team concept's going to come from. And the more you're together and preach that, to me, the better off you're going to be in the fall. So I think for us, one thing I look at is there's a lot of opportunities or a lot of things that come up for kids to go do. But one thing we try to preach to our kids is we always want you to get extra work and do extra, but we want to make sure you're also doing that stuff here with our guys, because these are the guys you're going to go to war with and battle with for 10 games and hopefully got a postseason with.
All right, so let's go from real big picture, bring it down to the small picture, try and learn a little bit about Kevin Salazer. What would you say your number one guilty pleasure is?
Number one guilty pleasure. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe man, I don't know. You got me on that one.
All right, Coach.
Kind of stumped me there.
Thank you very much for your time today. Best of luck wrapping up the school year and heading into the 23 season.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for Texas high school football, and I appreciate you having me on, and looking forward to a good year. So
thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thank you.
And for our viewers, If you like this video, hit the like button down below. It really helps with the way YouTube views this video in their algorithm and helps get it in front of more eyes on YouTube. And if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button so you never miss getting a notification about future videos.
Gridiron Warriors take the field in an epic battle that is larger than life. It is called Texas High School Football. Only one show can bring the greatest sport from the greatest state into focus. Lone Star Gridiron.